Hello there, friends. Just a quick warning. This podcast will have swear words in it, and a lot, apparently. Welcome to Mental Chillness Club, a mental health podcast and a Popcorn Paw production. I am Candice, your Mental Chillness Club host, and it's time to get chit-chatty. Hello and welcome to episode 4 called Cut Your Damn Hair. This episode is dedicated to all the lovely people out there, like me, who came out the other side of COVID looking like a damn Sasquatch. We will be chit-chatting about the literal science of maintaining your appearance. Yep, it's a fucking science. And how you can feel like your own personal Jesus by simply looking after yourself. That was a little Depeche Mode reference in there for all you Depeche Moders out there. And of course, we'll have to listen to my favourite song. Why? Because we can. It just so happens to talk about, in my opinion, shit haircuts. Or maybe it doesn't, but I'm going to run with art being subjective here. So, yep. This whole episode came about because I booked a haircut. This week, I booked a haircut for next week, which is the first haircut in 12 months. Literally, my first haircut in 12 months. And I'm pumped, like really, really pumped. So I've been working from home for about 3 to 4 years now, I guess, even pre-COVID. But once COVID hit, my self-maintenance just went out the window. Okay, so you know what? What I'm going to do is give you a little bit of a backstory. Why not? Sit down, kids. Story time. So I've been working at this co-working space called WeWork, and I work with like a whole bunch of, I don't know, self-starters, I guess. They're super modern, ultra cool people. I don't know. How do I explain them? They're self-starters. They're super clean. They wear nice clothes. They're really motivated. They're super energetic. They're super fit. All the things that I aspire to be. And, well, side note, I actually got nominated as Member of the Month. How's that? I've got a purple sash that says Member of the Month. I've got a little sign that stands up at the front desk and, it's got my bio in it and it's got a big old plug to this podcast. Any advertising's good advertising, right? And super stoked. But working at this co-working space with all these awesome people, I've realized, holy crap, I've just let it go. I wore my hair out the other day and a friend of mine, thank you, you know who you are. A friend of mine said, dude, your dandruff, it's a bit out of control to be wearing your hair out like that. Kudos to them for being such good friends that they could, tell me that. For example, when someone's got something in your teeth and you're like, holy shit, this is awkward. Although it's not really awkward anymore, at least not for me. I tell them, man, you've got some sesame seeds up in your grills. But told me I got dandruff and I realized, holy crap, it's time for a haircut and it's time to bloody talk about self-maintenance and what it can do for you. So there's obviously lots of different styles of self-maintenance. You got your insides, you got your outsides, you've got your emotional and your spiritual. But just for today, we're talking about looking after your personal appearance. And disclaimer, I feel like I have to put this in. I'm not an absolute grosy Josie. I have washed my hair before in my life. I do wash my hair, and the dandruff's not that bad. It was just a little bit, but it's because I've been going to sleep with my hair wet. Don't do that. So I wanted to know, why do I feel better after taking care of my appearance? Is it a sheer vanity thing, or is there something more? On that note, let's get stuck in. We've got 3 segments to cover. Number 1, my favourite world. My favourite world? That's right, it is. It's my favourite world within a song. Segment number 2, we're going to cover the science behind taking care of your appearance. And number 3, we're going to solve all of our life problems with our new segment, Life Hacks from the Internet. Segment number 1, here we go. It's my favourite song. Oh my God, it's by my favourite band, Methyl Ethel. If you haven't Googled them, or if you don't know who they are, Google them. Look them up on Spotify. Buy their song. I bought their songs. So Ubu. Obviously, they've got more than just this one song, and every single fucking song is wicked, but this song frames up my podcast perfectly. So here it is. Well, here's part of it anyway. I don't want to go OTT and play their whole song, but yeah, just a little bit to give you old taste tester. Okay, here it is. You pull back and you don't see right. Your skin is looking deathly white. Oh, listened to this song literally for the first 500 times, I would attempt to interpret its meaning, right? As you do with all songs, right? You're listening to them, you try and interpret what they mean. Some are harder to interpret than others. Well, I came to the conclusion that this was an artistic representation of a haircut gone wrong, thus extracting yourself from your social life out of shame. And your mates noticing. They're like noticing that you've extracted yourself from your life, and they're like, man, why'd you have to go and cut your hair? It's obviously caused us all problems here. If I'm totally off the point, Methyl Ethel, and one day you find yourself listening to this, I do apologize. But side note, I had an American prison pen pal a little while ago, and I actually sent him Methyl Ethel. I sent Ubu and Twilight Driving to explain the importance of looking out for kangaroos while driving at twilight in Australia. Very important. The poor roads are littered with poor kangaroos who have found themselves in a not so ideal situation. Anyway, and he used to run around the prison yard bopping to the song Ubu. Why'd you have to go and get your hair? Such a cute and strange juxtaposition, right? So my synth pop classic playing on an American gangland prison yard. There is so much to unpack there with my prison pen pal story, but that's for another time. That's for a whole other episode, and it has a really great ending. Anyway, so I think the key takeaway here is that if you're going to go get your hair cut, don't skimp on professional services. And on that note, let's get into the social science of taking care of your appearance, shall we? What this whole episode is about. Let's start with a few words from a woman named Kirsten Grues. I think I've totally just butchered that name. I'm sorry, Kirsten Grues. But she is the assistant professor of sociology at the University of Nevada. And she says, social science research shows that a person's physical appearance has a meaningful impact on their life experiences and opportunities. But the story is more complicated than people might expect. Bum, bum, bum. She then goes on to rate people from 1 to 5 in appearance. So we're dodging the rest of that article. And now we're heading over to the works of Corey Ohlendorf. Far out. I'm shit at this. I'm so shit. Sorry, guys. And psychoanalyst Claudia Luiz. So Claudia says, looking after your appearance isn't just vanity. Cleaning up of any kind, including making your bed, has been revealed to increase happiness. Simply by doing something positive, you set yourself in motion to feel better and do better. Claudia likened it to a behavioral philosophy where one acts like a person with high self-esteem to actually become someone with high self-esteem. And legit, I'm not even kidding, I have a relatable story. So obviously I told you that I've been working at a co-working space called WeWork. And as you may or may not know, I'm a designer. So I've been working for myself for most of my career, which has been years, lots of years. I don't know, the years go on, don't they? They just go and go and go. And by the time you know it, you're 33. But I moved to the States, and that meant that I kind of wanted a little more stability. So I got a role as a designer working for an e-commerce marketing agency called The Growth Gurus. But just last week, I've climbed the ranks and I've been offered the role of creative director. Super stoked. I'm stoked with myself. My mum's stoked. Everyone's stoked. For the last year, though, I've been dressing in oversized Jennifer Lopez shirts and my baggy old jeans, looking like a bit of a scrag. My hair's been up in a ponytail or a bun or whatever, however the hell I can clip it up out of my face. So I decided to go out and get myself a new professional-looking wardrobe. And I tell you, I'm feeling like a fucking boss bitch. I can make decisions. I can walk a little bit taller. I've been putting my face on. Like I said, I've been learning how to do my little poor tweezed to the hell out of eyebrows. And I think that it's actually changed, my ability to make confident decisions. It has. I feel like just different. Anyway, so behavioral philosophy tested and approved by me. Probably a more thoroughly tested and peer-reviewed study was published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology. It divided people into 3 groups, right? So one wore a suit, one dressed in us sweatpants, that's it, just us sweatpants, sweat gear, and the other one just remained in their original clothing. They put them in a scenario and they had to negotiate. What ended up happening was that the subjects wearing the suits routinely out-negotiated those who were dressed down every single time. And perhaps what was even more interesting is that the men in us sweatpants, The men in sweats actually showed lower testosterone levels, further reducing their aggression and power at negotiating. Which is pretty buck wild, right? To think about it, your clothes can do that, lower your testosterone. I'm no scientist, obviously, we've established that, but yeah, I think that's buck wild. So science here has answered my big question, which was, is taking care of our appearance all about vanity, or was it something more? It's clearly something more. But to conclude this sciencey segment, which I guess was quite short, but it was still pretty sciencey because there were sciencey people in my research. But to conclude this segment, let's ask why. Why does looking after our appearance change our quality of life? Well, Chris says, it all seems to boil down to the value we attach to being well kept. It conveys an investment into oneself. Think about it like this. When your life seems to be spinning and your stress is piling up, your motivation and self-worth can take a serious hit. You can feel like control over your life is slipping away, but one of the things you can control is tidying up your home, your body, and your wardrobe. It's a short-term fix, of course. Ooh, short-term fix. We need some full life fixes. Anyway, it's a short-term fix, but one that can get you into a good place to take stock of what's important and guide you to what should be tackled next. Right on. Well, the next episode clearly has to be about what should be tackled next, doesn't it? But for now, let's solve all of our life problems with life hacks from the internet. We've got 3 life hacks for you today. Each of them are equally valid, some of them not really pertaining to looking after your appearance. But here goes. Life hack number 1. Eating 3 pizzas a day. Shit. I've already started laughing. I'm trying to say it seriously. Life hack number 1. Eating 3 pizzas a day is healthier for you than being dead. Life hack number 2. No matter how good the hand soap smells, you probably shouldn't be walking out of a toilet sniffing your fingers. Life hack number 3. If you see someone crying, ask if it's because of their haircut. Hey, that is so relevant. Very good. Touche, internet. Touche. On that note, that extremely empowering self-help note, don't forget to wash your hair, guys. Go get it cut. Go spruce up a little bit because it will make you feel better. It'll make you, able to achieve some pretty epic things in your life, like becoming the Coca-Cola CEO. I shit you not. That was my dream when I was young. What a weird dream to have. When I was young, I used to say to Mum, I wanted to be the CEO of Coca-Cola. Anyway, also, don't forget to enjoy 5 pizzas because, it's better than being dead. Catch you next week.
Why'd you have to go and cut your hair?
The music in my intro was sourced from MusicBed. The epic song you heard in this episode was created by Methyl Ethel, as you should know by now. And a very big thank you to Appleberg Goy from Monster Artist Management for permissions to share it. I'm currently in my closet recording this part, so it's hot in here and I'm going to get out. If you're loving our weekly chit-chat, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so we can get this podcast pumping. Also, make sure to check out my website at mentalchillness.club and follow me on the gram for some mental chillness eye candy. Catch you around like a rissole.